And welcome to the program. This evening I'm joined by two amazing ladies from Optiven Limited. They are the senior property advisors. Well, it is about property, a matter that is close to many people's hearts, especially Kenyans. Owning property is a major issue. Well, they'll be helping us to understand the do's and don'ts regarding this particular industry. But just before I go further, let me give them an opportunity to introduce themselves. I'll start from my far right.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Florence, a senior property advisor with Optiven, and I'm glad this evening to come and talk about investment and land investment. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name is Karo Kimani, senior property advisors with Optiven Limited. I'm here to make you learn more about property. Karibuni sana.
All right, now you from Optiven Limited. So what do you do? What is Optiven? Someone is watching right now. They would like to understand what really Optiven is. Maybe they're just getting to hear about this today.
Optiven, it means optimizing ventures. What we mainly do is to economically, socially, and empower and also settle Kenyans. That's what mostly we do. Yes.
So talking about settling Kenyans, how do you settle Kenyans?
How we settle Kenyans is we buy land, bare land, and then we transform it by doing the value additions. That's mostly we major on.
Maybe she may help us understand value addition. What is value addition, if I may ask?
All right. Value additions means like bringing in the primary amenities, the social amenities within the property. That means we buy land, we subdivide, we bring in water. Most of the projects that we have are gated communities, and we drill water. We connect water to every property or every plot, and then from there we bring in electricity. Then we do compacted maram roads. That means that you are able to access your property easily. And also we bring in, some have solar street lights. So basically we fence the whole project. We put in a gate, a caretaker on site, and a security at the gate. That means that your property, wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are, you know, and you're very sure that your property is safe.
Yes. So wherever Optiven is, every road is in order. There is no issue with even roads. Right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, another big question is that what is the criteria of being an owner of your property?
First of all, the criteria we use is first and foremost. We usually, if you're in diaspora, you have to send a client to go to the site to view on a particular plot that you had selected. Secondly, you come to the office where you get to go around the office, you meet our documentation department, then you have to sign a sale agreement and an offer letter. You can't buy land without those two things. So they're the major ones to know what the kind of the property you want. We also give you a title deed to go and do a search for your own verification.
Yes. Now, my question again about the title deed, because there have been cases in the past of double ownership of title deeds. How do you deal with that?
On our case is, like I mentioned earlier, we deal with diaspora and local clients. So what we majorly do is you select a plot. Once you select a plot, we give you the subtitle of that plot to go and do a verification. You go to the lands to go and do the search. So normally we don't have double allocations because we also have systems.
We've never had a case.
We never had a case of, because we have a system whereby you log in through your phone, you check if that plot is available, the one that you want. Yes.
Tell us about logging in your phone.
Actually, now that's another app that you are launching soon, very soon, be on your screens, whereby you make land ownership very easy. You log into your phone, Optiven app, you select on a particular plot, because on the phone, it will show you this one is already sold and this one is available. So once you select the one that is available, that's now the particular plot that you're going to send one of your representative, or if you're a local client, you yourself to go and view, to go and check on that particular plot, and then we give you the subtitle to go and do the search.
So it means we won't have cases of demolition when houses are being demolished by the government. It won't have any effect on your client, given that we've seen some of the land pieces of land where people have built houses. Those houses are being demolished because they're on the riparian land. So they've been avoiding that if they're with your company, right?
Yes, we have. What we do, us as the company, we do our own due diligence. By saying that, what we do is we go to the owner himself. We don't buy to the land agents, because once a point when you buy through the land agent, that's the time now you hear such cases. For us, we go to the landowner himself, and we have to do our own diligence. Yes, so once you buy with Optiven, just know that you're in safe hands.
So what are some of the measures that you take to avoid fraudsters and conmen? Because we've also seen cases where people are being conned, lied to, they give money, yet they don't get the land that they need. What measures do you take to avoid fraudsters and conmen and etc.?
Okay, what we normally do, we are not only the sales representatives, we have a big team. And then what we do, once we get that contact, we make sure and ensure that once we get in touch with you as a client, we encourage you to come and visit our office. Once you get in touch with us, make sure that you come to our office. It's good to visit our office, so that at least you're able and you're sure that your money won't get lost.
So they come in person, they don't just deal with them online?
No.
All right.
Yes, those who are near, who are in locally, we make sure we encourage them to come to the office before anything else.
So if I'm in the diaspora, I want to buy land, and now with the application that we just yet to launch, how will it work? Because at times, maybe I'm in diaspora, I want that land, I've used your application. How will it work? Because when I must come to your office, the way you say.
One, we get in touch with you. Okay, and then with the result process, we tell you if at all you have a person or a representative locally, you give us their contact so that we can be able to contact
so there's a representative
them.
In this case. All right.
Yes.
Right. Now, another thing that is a major issue, do you work with the government, the Ministry of Housing, etc.? Is there a way you work with the government of Kenya, or is it just a private entity?
Actually, ours is a private entity.
All right.
But still, we do have to engage the government when it comes in giving out the titles. Have to go to work with the government. And also when it comes, like now we have a major project in Kiambu called the Amani Ridge. That's when you're working closely with the government because of the roads that we want them to be tarmacked. So we have to involve the government over there.
Oh, so there are roads that are where government is responsible.
Yes.
What are the do's and don'ts? What should you tell someone not to do and someone who is looking forward to owning a property? How can you advise them?
First of all, the do's is to go visit the site and do your due diligence. Because mostly we had cases whereby you buy a piece of land and that land is not genuine. So first of all, visit, go to the site, take the title deed, and do the search. That's the most important step to do. Secondly, we insist, have a sale agreement and offer letter in case of anything. You can use your own lawyer, like what we do in our company. Either you can use your own lawyer or our own lawyer to sign in to show that you have entered an agreement between Optiven and you.
So if I'm using your lawyer, am I paying, or
yes,
you are the people paying for it?
No, you have to pay for our lawyer.
All right.
Yes, but if you're using your own lawyer, the kind of negotiations are going to.
Now, let's say you have a property in Kitengela, or you have a property in Kiambu, you have a property in Kilimani, or in Runda. Is there there difference in pricing, given that maybe if they are the same property, built in the same way, the same piece of land, do you have a special offer in terms of pricing?
Yes, we do have different pricing on each and every project, like
depending on location.
Depending on the location of the plot. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, another thing that is a major factor. How do you give back to society? Because you find out that, I think when we were discussing earlier on, you told me you give back to society. Now, help our viewers understand the programs that you run so as to give back to the society.
Okay. We believe in giving back to the society, and we have Optiven Foundation. And what we normally do, we have 4 key pillars. We do on poverty alleviation, where we go to, we are Kenyans, and some of us came to Nairobi or went somewhere else, and we neglected our parents. So we say it's bringing the dignity to the forgotten senior citizens. So what we normally do is we go to counties and identify several people or old people who are neglected by their children, and we build a decent house for them, a two-room house. We install a solar panel.
Free of charge?
Yes.
Oh.
A solar panel, and also we make sure that we buy a bed and blankets for them, and we pray for them.
Which counties have you done that?
We've done KUTV, and currently we were supposed to go to Western, but we've not been able to.
So it's a program that's just rolling out right now. It's not done much.
We've done at least for mostly, I know, okay, the places that we've been there is KUTV. We've done KUTV and Kajiado also.
Right now, property issues, you find that someone maybe you really want to buy this piece of land,
yes,
but then going to the Ministry of Land or whoever is concerned, you find that, yes, there's double allocation, which you agreed. Yes. So what step can someone take once you find out that, yes, there's a double allocation? How can they go through it? Or can they come to your offices, you can solve the matter?
Yes. The good thing with Optiven is we don't leave our projects completely. We are always there to handle any issue that arises. So in case of double allocation, which is I've never heard of it, but you can always come and we are going to sort that out.
So it's all about the housing sector, or you also sell just the land only without any development in it?
No, for us we do land, pure land, with the value additions that we talked about, with the water, electricity, and all that.
So if you're asked right now, what is the best property to invest in right now in Kenya, what will you say?
Money Ridge, the place of view.
Why?
It's one of the major and the best projects that we have in Ruiru Community Road, because the value additions that are there, they are major. You can buy today and build today. Yes, that's the goodness of it. Because of this one, we have really transformed it. We are going to do cabro roads. If you had, the other roads are maram, but this one, we're doing cabro roads, we're doing solar street lights, state-of-the-art mandate.
So you're confident about it?
I'm very confident about this project. And actually, we are 90% sold.
Wow.
So that one can tell you how an amazing project
so they should look up to it.
Yes.
All right. Now, another thing, what are the challenges? Yes, you deal with property. What are some of the challenges you face in your line of duty?
The challenges we face is about what you said, the double allocation, the cases of also being conned. Those are the kind of the challenges that we have. And also not promising the clients what you guys enter into an agreement. Like for us, not only us that you're doing the value additions, we have other various companies that also do the value additions. They promise them that we're going to do the roads, but they don't do the roads. So those are the challenges that we get when a client comes to us and asks us, are you sure? So we tell them we're really sure.
So why do you think Optiven is the best? What makes you stand out among other companies? Okay,
Optiven is the best. One, we've been in existence for over 20 years. So you're sure that it's a genuine company, it's a legit company. Number two is we are excited about settling Kenyans. Like, our vision is to economically and socially empower and transform the society. So we are so happy because once you enter in contract with us, or once you become an Optiven family, because once you partner with us, you become automatically a family with us. So you start getting the blessings of, because the 5% of everything that we get, it goes back to the society. So once you partner with us, you're sure that you partake the blessings that we have. Number two, we are a family. We encourage one another. We make sure that we meet, or whatever we promise, we deliver. And our viewers or our clients out there, they can witness to that. And the customer service you get at Optiven, you'll never get it elsewhere. Yes.
Sarah, how do you value property?
Evaluate because we transform it. That's what I can say mostly. In terms of transformation, that's how I evaluate. And I want to get back to her question, the one that you asked her. We have done 58 projects, and all of them we have delivered. No, there's no cases of conning and all that. All our clients have title deed. So that's also another thing that I really love about Optiven. Doing 58 projects, I think it's a good thing.
So Florence, how do you see the future of the housing sector in Kenya?
Currently, we have a shortage of housing in Kenya, and you can be sure that as people buy property, I'm so sure we also don't like when you are paying rent. We want to get to somewhere where we have our own homes. So you can be sure that the property in future will be the best. There's nothing like property bumbling. There's nothing like that, because once you go, like now currently we have so many Kenyans in Nairobi who don't have homes. Where will they get that from? Unless we get that land, and at least make sure that you get a piece of land. For us, we give you flexible payment period, where you make a deposit and then we give you up to 2 years to pay your property. So it's getting better, it's getting good. The property business is the best. Let me not use the word business, but at least you can be sure that we are excited to settle Kenyans. That's our main goal. It's not about the money, but at least to see that smile on someone's face.
Yes. So our city that is in Nairobi is really having a lot of slums. Do you have any projects in the slum areas?
No, but we're looking forward to doing one. But mostly in our projects we have in areas like Nyeri, at least in suburbs. So we are really looking at that. But currently we don't have. Yes.
So right now within Nairobi, there's still no project yet, like Kibra, where do you guys go to slums to see what's happening right there, because it's a big challenge?
Maybe that one can say like giving back to the community now. That's now maybe we're now the foundation team.
So anything you would like to tell our viewers just before we close? Florence, we start with you.
All right. What I can tell the viewers is come to Optiven and you'll have all your needs met. And if you want to get in touch with me, my number is 0720-996-518. We can only promise you to work with you all this long journey together, and we are a family. So welcome to Optiven and experience the difference.
All right, as Carol closes, one thing that I think we should address, what challenges or what changes have we experienced from maybe the 1990s to 2000s, now to 2010s coming over? What are the changes in the housing sector, just before we close?
What has changed, really changed a lot, is that we've also seen the young, as youth, investing. That really inspires us most. When you looked back to like 2000 and 2010, we used to find our fathers that the ones who were investing. But right now, we usually see us, the youth, coming together as groups, as chamas, going to invest. I think that's the best part of it. And also when it comes to housing, we've seen that it's modern. And also now people are doing transformed plots, service plot, not just selling bare land. They're selling transformed plots, and also with our digital.
Now with the youth are complaining of not being employed, there are no jobs. How many groups so far have really come together and organized themselves and bought some land and property? I
can say that's what we have seen in Optiven. I can say, like she said, it's a family, and we have good payment plan mode. So we have seen, like we have like 60% that the youths who have invested with us. When I say 60%, I mean it. 60%, yes. Because we also have projects for the youth. Like we have one running right now, currently, in Kajiado.
It's called what?
It's called Shekinah Gardens. That one is for the youth. You deposit 70,000, and then monthly you've been paying 19,000.
You're being paid?
No, the They pay monthly installments.
all right.
They pay 19,000.
All right, that is all about property. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a good evening.